On a crisp morning in March, wildlife observers stationed near the Svalbard archipelago witnessed something that would challenge everything they knew about polar bear behavior. Through their high-powered spotting scopes, they observed a sight that made their hearts sink. A massive polar bear, traditionally the Arctic's most magnificent predator, was struggling to keep its head above water. Sarah Jensen, the lead wildlife observer that day, immediately knew something was wrong. At first, we thought the bear had been injured by a walrus encounter, she recalled, her voice still carrying traces of that day's tension. But as it drew closer to the ice edge, we realized its pristine white coat was almost completely obscured by dark, crusty patches. The bear was literally weighed down by millions of barnacles. The situation defied conventional wisdom. Barnacles, those hardy crustaceans typically found clinging to whales and ship hulls, had somehow colonized this polar bear's thick fur. With each labored movement, the bear's usual grace was replaced by desperate efforts just to stay afloat. The parasitic passengers had transformed Earth's largest land predator into a creature fighting for survival. Dr. Magnus Anderson, a marine biologist specializing in Arctic wildlife, explained the unprecedented nature of the situation. Polar bears spend significant time in water, but they're not typical hosts for barnacles. This case represented a perfect storm of circumstances. The warming Arctic waters had likely created conditions where barnacles could survive further north than usual. And this bear, possibly weakened by lack of food, couldn't properly groom itself after long swimming sessions. The race against time began immediately. A rescue operation of this magnitude required careful planning. One doesn't simply approach a 1,000-pound apex predator, even one in distress. The Norwegian Wildlife Response Team assembled a group of veterinarians, marine biologists, and experienced polar bear handlers. They knew they had only one chance to get this right. The rescue itself unfolded like a delicate dance. Using a specialized helicopter, the team tracked the bear as it finally hauled itself onto an ice floe, exhausted from its struggle against the weight of its unwanted passengers. Dr. Elena Kuznetsov, the lead veterinarian, made the crucial decision to tranquilize the bear. The risk of not acting, she explained, was far greater than the risks of intervention. What followed was a 6-hour operation that would test the limits of human ingenuity and compassion. Working in shifts in the freezing temperatures, the team carefully removed thousands of barnacles, one cluster at a time. They discovered the creatures had created painful lesions in the bear's skin, requiring careful medical treatment to prevent infection. The bear, later named Bjorn by the rescue team, showed remarkable resilience throughout the ordeal. Once freed from its barnacle burden and treated for injuries, the change was dramatic. The team monitored Bjorn's recovery at a temporary medical station established on the ice. Within days, the bear's natural behaviors began to return, first grooming, then showing interest in hunting. 2 weeks after the rescue, in a moment that brought tears to even the most seasoned team members' eyes, Bjorn was released back into his Arctic kingdom. The bear paused briefly at the edge of the ice, turning to look at the assembled rescue team. Then, with the fluid grace that defines his species, he dove into the pristine waters, this time unencumbered by his parasitic passengers. The success story of Bjorn's rescue has become more than just a tale of survival. It has opened new avenues of research into how climate change is affecting Arctic wildlife in unexpected ways. More importantly, it stands as a testament to the extraordinary lengths humans will go to help a fellow creature in distress. As Dr. Kuznetsov reflected later, in saving this bear, we were reminded of our responsibility to protect these magnificent creatures and their habitat. Sometimes the most heart-melting moments come from the coldest places on Earth,